Hey y'all, what's going on? I am Donyale Jones, the Luxury Realtor, and this is a 1-year update. So the last time you saw me, I had just switched brokerages, and I was just getting kind of my groove and start with that brokerage, right? Well, here's what happened within 1 year. So I stayed with that brokerage for a whole year and a half. So I got with that brokerage back in May, and I stayed from May all the way to the end to December, and then the whole calendar year until January of 2023 all the way until October of 2023. So from May of 2020, no, sorry, June of 2022 to October of 2023, I was with the same brokerage. I switched to a little bit more upscale luxury brokerage right here in Houston, called Brayton Real Estate Group. It's a couple of reasons why I made the switch, and I'm gonna give you all the tea in this one video. I'm gonna let you know why I switched, who I'm with, the money I made in my first year of real estate, how I made the money, what I learned, what I'm hoping to learn this 2024 year, and everything else all in a bag of nuts. So here we go. So the reason of why I switched brokerages, the main reason is because the other brokerage was all the way in Dallas. It's based in Dallas. All the employees are in Dallas. The broker is in Dallas. The whole broker staff is in Dallas. No one's here in Houston. Houston and Dallas is a 4-hour trip, 3.5, depending on how fast you're driving. And no one's here but 20 other agents. So there's 20 other realtors that were in Houston. Now, with that being said, when I first came on, I had a mentor. I kept my mentor for about 4 months, and then she left the brokerage. She got her broker's license and opened up a brokerage. The second mentor I got, love her. Still talk to her to this day. She had no desire to be, anything other than a realtor and a mentor. That was it. She'll help you get transactions or help you navigate through, but that was all she was going to do, right? Perfectly fine. She told us, about different trainings that was going on. She helped us do like role play scripts, setting up scenarios. She did all of that. But she didn't have a team. She wasn't interested in starting a team, and she really wanted to be her own business. She really wanted to focus on herself and goals and not others. And you have to respect someone for that, right? But at the end of the day, I signed up with a brokerage, and I expected the brokerage to help educate me, classroom wise, trainings and all that, not for me to do most of the work. And it became very apparent that I was going to be doing more of the work around towards the end of the year of 2022, beginning of 2023. I had a listing, sold the listing, but I really wasn't sure how to do a listing appointment, didn't know how to do that. A lot of things I should have known, I didn't know. And it was one of those, if you didn't ask, you wasn't going to know. Or if you didn't research it yourself and then ask, like, who knows all of this stuff, what you need and don't need. So I stayed with the brokerage because it was low fees. When I was getting transactions and closing them, I was taking home bulk of the money. Only thing I had to give them was $50 or $100. So I was taking home all of my money, but I wasn't learning like I needed to be learning to really execute at a high level, which made me switch brokerage. Now, this Lux brokerage, I went there. I had actually saw them before I decided to go with the brokerage I was with. And the reason why I passed on it is because I really just thought they was just way too fancy for me and way too advanced for me. That's what I thought. Not knowing that I could really hang with the best of them. All I needed was the training and the knowledge. That was it. So I made a decision that summer of 2023 that, hey, I was going to interview with this brokerage and see if they would accept me. And they are very prestigious about who they accept. Everybody don't get accepted because they really want it to be about the sale, the art of real estate. They just have an upscale vibe and look to them, and they also came with the knowledge. They knew their clients was in great hands because everybody knew their stuff. So I took a chance. I decided to interview, and I actually got interview with all three. And the broker was like, yeah, I'm gonna take her. So I am with Brayton Real Estate Group right here in Houston, Texas. So 2023. So 2023 was a 1 full year in real estate. I made $26,000. No, $27,000. That's it. I made $27,000. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I had a listing at the beginning of the year that was 280. We sold it for 250. And I got that check. And then at the end of the year, I had a buyer that bought a home, a new construction home, and I got a lot of money from that home that they bought. So that was my 2 home sales. Now, throughout the year, I had leases. I got into apartment locating heavy, and I also got into rental homes heavy. So I really understood the leasing game. I got into that really, really heavy. That was where my training started. Really understanding the leasing game, understanding the apartment locating, really what that was, because a lot of people didn't know what that was. Also understanding second chance leasing. Second chance leasing is when your client has either a credit issue, a broken lease, or an eviction. That's a whole nother sector of clients. So understanding that and getting vendors that would take on clients such as that, and that's a different game. That's a really different game, a different set of patience, because those clients, even though they have a broken lease or an eviction, a lot of times they think that they can walk in and just get another apartment like somebody who doesn't, and that's not really how it goes, because it's just like your credit. That speaks to your character, and you've already blown off one apartment or one rental home. They didn't want to be blown off either. So that's a different beast. Understanding that leasing game and those terms and things of that nature, that was a lot of studying that I was doing for that. But I got it, understood it, made great connections, very great connections, so I can get my clients in and out, in and out. But at the same time, understanding home buying, understanding new construction, understanding resale. Resale and new construction are 2 different gifts and 2 different talents. You got to figure out what side of the bridge you want to be on. And for me, it will be new construction. So I also kind of figured out my specialty within that year. So my specialty is luxury apartment locating, condominiums, and new construction homes. Those are my 3 gifts. Me, I like a condo. I understand the condo life. I love a luxury apartment. I understand that lifestyle as well. And I understand new home construction. Those are the 3 gifts that I'm giving to real estate that has given gifts to me. So since I've sold in all of those are that's my specialty. And that's really the clientele I like. That's really honestly what I like, what I would live in, and I can really explain it very well and understand the nuances in those 3 sectors. So that worked for me. And then also understanding lending. Mortgage financing is another beast in its own. And it's not so me being a realtor that I needed to know it, but I need to know something. Like, I can't just come to my client and not know nothing and just pass them off to a lender. I needed to know something. I needed to know, hey, what's your credit score? Or different programs that was offered. Be able to spit out those programs and how they can relate to my current client. Just things of that nature. Like, I needed to know that type of stuff. So me spending time with some lenders really upped my game. Even now, it's still up in my game since the government has now lowered interest rates and has made available new programs and lower the credit requirements. And so there's all real estate is there for everlasting changing. So there are some new things that classes I actually will be going to as well. With this new brokerage, we have a 12-week new agent course that we have to take and complete. And I'm just going to show you some of it. So this is the actual book that we have to work through, complete. It is 300 pages that I have to work through and complete and turn in with a business plan and all of that great sauce. So yeah. So I'm really happy with the brokerage that I'm now at. Today, just today, I went and looked at toured $1 million homes, understood why they were $1 million homes, looked at the craftsmanship. Sullivan Brothers, oh my God, their craftsmanship to their homes is so unique and more of my style and taste. So just understanding really what luxury is, because a lot of time people think luxury is a price point. It ain't, because I've seen some stuff that has been priced at $800,000 and $900,000, and it looked like something that should be priced at $400,000. There is no luxury knobs. There's no crown molding. May not be elevators are not in the homes. Just certain things that you would need to be in a home to be at a $900,000 or $1 million pricing and listing, they should be at $400,000 or maybe $500,000. So really understanding the difference really is something that I've been honing on in my skills of. So yeah, that's that. But for this year, some of the losses that I took last year was just not knowing, to be honest. I was with a brokerage that they provided some education. It just wasn't enough for Houston. What they were providing Dallas versus Houston is very different. And when someone's not willing to come here but have a brokerage here, it's a little, it says something. So which is why I'm glad I switched. It just didn't work for me. So for me, where I'm at now works. So some of the losses that I took last year was training was a loss. The training should have been way better, not me trying to find training and winging it. That's not what I was looking for, and not what I expected and not what I was told. So that's problem number one. Problem number two for me that I should have been just some consistency. I just didn't feel like everything was consistent across the board when it came to paperwork. What one wanted, the other one didn't, and what this one wanted, it just needed to be some consistency across the board when it came to paperwork. 3, to me, honestly, I mean, I could say accountability, but the accountability really has to come from me. It can't come from my broker, to be honest. But because I was new, like, there should have been something, some type of, I guess it just goes back to some type of training, and it just wasn't there. So what I'm looking for now in 2024 is really to hone in on my luxury skills, really to hone in on my listing skills, and even different terminology for my buyers. Really understanding the financing that my buyers can get. Not being a finance person, but really being able to speak to it, when the lender's not available. Getting more, indulged in luxury listings, to be honest. Getting more indulged into the condo living, because condos here are major. In Houston, condos are major here, especially if you live in the city, which is where I live at. I'm in the Galleria area, so there's nothing but condos and luxury apartments. And really knowing and explaining to my client the difference between luxury for what it is, and luxury just because it says that on the name, because there is a difference. And for them to see, hey, if you're paying for this, this is considered luxury. This is normal. This is not luxury. This is something that's normal. It's just because we're in this area, quote unquote, we're going to use the word luxury. So really I'm being able to understand that with my clients. But 2023 wasn't bad. I mean, $27,000. I mean, that's somewhat what most people make at their part-time job, or it can be also what some people make at their full-time. So it technically wasn't bad. I just know that I can do way more. So coming into 2024, the expectation is high, the execution is high, and it's time to go. So coming into 2024, we are about to do the thing. So if you have any questions for me, comment below. Y'all know I answer all questions, DMs. If you want to have a one-on-one with me, just send me a DM. We can do that as well. But definitely comment below, and let me know what other videos y'all want me to create, because I'm back into my YouTube bag. So until next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.